Hello everyone, I hope you're all well. Today I'm going to read you a story, and that story is called Somebody Swallowed Stanley. And the author of this story is Sarah Roberts, and it's illustrated by Hannah Peck. What do you think is going to happen in this story? Shall we find out? Somebody swallowed Stanley. Stanley swept into the sea with a splash and a splish. Perhaps he's one of us, thought the other jellyfish. But his stripes were too straight and his tentacles too few. He just floated in the sea, not sure what to do. You see, Stanley was no ordinary jellyfish. Something terrible happened. Somebody swallowed Stanley. But who could it be? Her tongue was rough as barnacles, her mouth vast as a cave. As she hummed her low song, Stanley tried to be brave. So who had swallowed Stanley? The creature stopped singing as Stanley slid down her slimy throat. She coughed and she spluttered, and then... whoosh! With a rush and a rumble, steam burst from her spout. A whale had swallowed Stanley, but now he was out. Stanley dropped with a splash back into the sea, where he bobbed along gently, calm and carefree, until something terrible happened. Somebody swallowed Stanley. But who could it be? With a sharp yellow beak and a small beady eye, the creature flapped his wings and rose up to the sky. But who had swallowed Stanley? He pecked and then snapped and he nipped, but Stanley wouldn't go down. More creatures flew over, first 2 and then 3. In all the flapping and squawking they let Stanley be. A seagull had swallowed Stanley, but now he was free. Poor old Stanley was ripped up, scruffy and torn. He sank and he sank and he sank down some more. But something terrible happened before he reached the seafloor. Somebody swallowed Stanley again. But who could it be? Her paddle-shaped flippers skimmed the seabed. She had a beautiful shell and a small, wrinkly head. So who had swallowed Stanley? She gasped and she spluttered and then started to choke too. But Stanley was stuck without much he could do. A turtle had swallowed Stanley. The creature was scared and swam quickly to shore, but Stanley stuck in her throat. She couldn't breathe anymore. The turtle closed her eyes and laid down in the sand, but then Stanley heard footsteps. Help was at hand. A kind boy on the beach came and tugged Stanley free, and then Stanley heard, "Plastic bags don't belong in the ocean blue. Creatures think you're a jellyfish and swallow you." Now with a rope and a branch he'd made something new. I wonder what the boy's made. Do you know? A kite! Flying high in the air, Stanley soared to and fro, safe from the sea and all the creatures below. And that is the end of the story.